Right, ladies and gents, just recorded my non-spoiler review. This is going to be my spoiler review for Matrix Resurrections, aka Matrix Regurgitations. This film was terrible from start to finish. It's a bad film. Now, the reasons why it's a bad film, let's talk about it. This film doesn't do anything other than just a love story. A love story that we have seen already. I said it in my non-spoiler review. We've seen this love story before across 3 films, and it was done very, very well. The love story is, of course, about Neo and Trinity, right? That was really well done across those 3 films. We don't need to see that again. Okay? So what's the story here? Well, obviously you thought they made peace, and they had made peace. But what happened was, a new power rose, chose to rebuild the Matrix. The analyst chose to rebuild the Matrix, also chose to resurrect Neo and Trinity because of their power. So they have to keep them separate in different pods, resurrected, enclosed in the Matrix. And the reason why they do this and they make everyone despair for the whole world is because it gives the machines more power. The power output is higher. There you go. Right? The machines did have a semi-war, but a new power rose, and that's what happened. There you go. Neo has tried to free himself every so often. He can't really fly. He's got like limp dick fly mode. And in doing so, you know, the analyst has appeared to him. The analyst basically in this is the architect. That's basically what he is. He is the architect reborn, played by Neil Patrick Harris. The analyst keeps Neo in the Matrix. He keeps him blue-pilled up, right? That's what the analyst does. Neo, Thomas Anderson, works for a games company that works directly for Warner Brothers, right? It is so meta, this film, that they even include dialogue that Warner Brothers threatened the game company that they're going to make a Matrix sequel without them, with or without them. And the dialogue from Thomas Anderson is, you can't do that. They can't do that, surely. They agreed. Oh, yes, they can, blah, blah, blah. So we might as well do it, right? What kind of choice is that? And that literally mirrors my thoughts about this movie. It's almost as if Warner Bros. Threatened Lana Wachowski that they were going to make the film without them. So they chose to make this film, and as bitter and twisted as they are, they made a shit film for a reason, right? That is honestly how this film looks, how this film works. But that's how meta this film is. It is so self-referential. It is consistently doing it. Now, The Matrix in this film is a game that Thomas Anderson made for this company. That's how they're keeping Thomas Anderson under, because they're hiding him in plain sight by making something so outrageously out there that no one's going to believe it because they've put it in a fucking video game, right? And that keeps everyone under lock and key. No one really wants to break free anymore. No one's questioning anything. There you go. His boss is Agent Smith in a new body. Yep. For some bizarre reason, Morpheus in this is a program made from something called a modal that Thomas Anderson made on his computer that somehow came real. Don't ask me. Doesn't make any sense. And then what they've done is they woke up the Morpheus who was being an agent from this modal, and it's played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen too. So dumb, so lame. But wait, Lawrence Fishburne does appear in this in loads of flashbacks, but also as a statue. It's a fucking terrible statue in like Io or something like that, the new human city. Oh, fuck, this film is so bad. Hopefully, even just that has made you think that this film is terrible. It is so, so bad. Right. What else happens? Basically, Bugs finds where Thomas Anderson is to try and wake him up to become Neo again, right? Trying to become the One. But he can't become the One because he needs Trinity. They are both the Ones, right? Their power combined, they are the One. They both have the powers of the One. That doesn't make this film bad in any way, shape or form. No one cares about that, right? That's not why this film was bad. This film is just plain bad. It's got shitty effects. Like that statue of Morpheus. Oh my god. I've laid turds more beautiful than that. It was terrible. And they're constantly like sort of crapping on the previous movies, but also not. So they're like, oh, you know, there's lines from the new Morpheus, you know, reiterating Morpheus 1's lines, going yeah, blah blah blah, whatever, and you're like, what? It was just real bad. So anyway, the whole story is Thomas Anderson gets freed, has got to go back in the Matrix to get Trinity out, who's now Tiffany, get her out of the Matrix. And if he can do that, then he saved the day. Do you see why this film doesn't further anything? It's the same story, it's the same love story. There are robots in this that are like clearly designed for kids, to sell kids' toys. I don't understand why. There's like a weird hawk cross between like a sting, you know, like a manta ray sort of thing, like a stingray. And it's all like blue eyes, like big blue eyes, very cartoonish. There's like a little mini machine that's like, like, I shit you not. I sound like an idiot, but I shit you not. That is literally what happens in this film. Because machines have, there was a machine war and this new power rose. And some of the machines have sided with the humans now. Fine, that makes sense. I like that. Don't make them look like shit though. Don't. They give them weird names. Sabebe. What? What are you doing? Oh god, this film was boring. It was genuinely boring. Yeah, real boring. Bad film. They take the piss out of bullet time, and yet they build the entire world around it almost. So they have like a brainstorming sequence at this game studio of how they're gonna, you know, top the Matrix, how they're going to do it. And they're like, oh, it's for this, it's for this. Oh, Matrix was always known for this. It was meant to blow your mind. Wah! And then another guy goes, it was bullet time. And then the analyst, later down the line, goes, this is how I can control you all. You gave me this idea. Bullet time. And I'm like, fuck me. You're literally referencing yourself within yourself. This is bad. The analyst has something called swarm mode. The swarm, where he just turns everyone into like zombie like agent things, and they get Matrix in their eyes, the code, and then they just do everything that the analyst wants. That's what all those people were in the trailer. Niobe, played by Jada Pinkett Smith, terrible actor, terrible acting, awful. Should not have been in this film. You know what I reckon? Like Lawrence Fishburne, and like, they were never asked to be in this film anyway, because this very clearly the script was written around them. But it's almost like Lana knew that they wouldn't want to be in this film anyway. They were like, oh fuck, we're gonna figure out a way to write them without being in it. It was genuinely a bad film. There is no good music. All the music is like, Matrix was known for good music, right? Like really good music. No good music. All the programs that were previously in it have been purged. So Monica Bellucci and the Frenchman. So the Frenchman's now this like weird old man, like a remnant thing, and he's like spitting French abuse at everyone. And he's just brought in by Agent Smith as this, not Agent Smith, because obviously it's not Agent Smith, but it is. Fuck, I can't. It's just bad. And then at the end, Trinity saves Neo because they jump off the building after blowing up a bunch of helicopters. This is what I mean. There is so much crappy slow-mo in this, like bullet time crap in this movie. But it's just a greatest hits. Oh, do you remember that really cool scene from the first one where, you know, a massive gunship rose up? Yep, that's in this one. Another gunship. Like, it's just, fucking do something new, man. Break new ground. But the whole narrative is just retreading this love story that we've seen done better in the other movies. So anyway, when they jump off this building, Trinity saves them. Trinity's the one that can fly now, because she's got the powers of the One, which isn't bad. Like that doesn't matter. I don't care about that. And then then at the end, both of them can fly. And both of them are the powers of the One. And both of them are remaking the Matrix to what they want it to be. New imagination and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just shockingly bad. What else was shite in it? Just all the effects. The effects were terrible. The implants that were on them before, much done so much better. And the thing is, technology's improved, and yet you can't get the implants looking good. How? Prosthetics have improved, but you couldn't. It's just cheap. It's cheap shit bad. Hence why they probably couldn't get the licenses to any music to play. Yeah, real bad. No, cannot recommend. Like, honestly, watch this for free if you can. I rarely say that about any movie, but this was bad. It was a waste of like 2.5 hours out of my day. I'd leave poor Jasper here. Terrible stuff. I feel bad. Normally I'm like, I don't care, I've had a great time. I come back and I'm like, fuck me, I'm sorry, mate. Bad film. Start to finish, bad film. Let me know what you think if you've seen it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.